Hello, hello, and welcome. This is Charlotte Jacobs. It is Thrive Thursday. I have a question for you. Hey, have you resisted the idea of creating a niche for yourself? I am curious if you have resisted the idea of creating a niche for yourself. If you have, welcome to today's Thrive Thursday. I'm here almost every Thrive Thursday at 12 noon Pacific time, sharing tips and strategies to help you as a coach, a healer, or holistic practitioner attract more clients and to reach your people, because people so desperately need the work that you do. So thank you for joining me. If you are here with me live, drop me a hashtag live. If you are here with me for the replay, I'd love to see that hashtag replay. If we are meeting for the first time, my name is Charlotte Jacobs. I'm the co-founder of Thrive Academy, where my husband and I have been coaching healers, holistic practitioners, and coaches for almost 17 years, and our members have earned hundreds of millions of dollars collectively. And it is my honor and joy to be able to support you to attract more clients so you can do the deeply fulfilling and deeply transformational work that you do, and we can help change this world together. So with that being said, today we're here to talk about why you need a niche, why you are losing clients if you don't have a niche. Many people call it niche. I don't know about you, but I'm a Gen Xer, and that's what my biology professors used to call it. So I know people sometimes give me a hard time about it, but here's the thing, is like the first thing that we need to do when we talk about what a niche is, or niche, if you are from Canada, France, or a little bit younger than I am, is we want to talk about what it is and what it isn't, because so many times people misunderstand what this is and they think it's a specialty. We once had a massage therapist tell us, I'm a Thai massage therapist, and I do this very specific, like my niche is this very specific type of body work that I do. That is not the way that we define a niche. So let's make sure we're on the same page. A niche is defined as the urgent problem that you solve and for whom. The urgent problem that you solve and for whom. And I will tell you this, that when I first heard this concept, I was in my late 20s, early 30s. My birthday's coming up, actually, July 22nd. I'm going to be 49 years old. I can't believe it. Kind of blows my mind, but anyways, that aside. But this is so long ago. I was in my late 20s, early 30s. I had just gotten my acupuncture license, where, I learned 365 acupuncture points, about 350 different herbs, and about 45 different herbal formulas. And we really focused on the root cause to get a diagnosis, and really trained as a doctor, as a physician, where I could take a look at any human and any symptoms that they were having and figure out what the cause was. And really, like, as a general practitioner, treat anybody for anything. And then as a life coach, because I got my coaching certification about the same time, I could also help people really go within and find their answers for themselves with anything they were struggling with. That was the skill sets. These are the two skill sets that I had. Nobody ever mentioned the idea of narrowing my focus in the work that I did. And it took me about 6 months to even wrap my mind around it, to even be willing to consider it. I so deeply resisted the idea of narrowing my focus of who I was going to work with and how I was going to talk about what I did. If you can relate, let me know with the hashtag relate in the comments. I would love to know, because this is so common. Let me know here. And I'd also love to know who's here. Oh, Sanella's here. So glad that you are here. I'm so thrilled. So here's the thing. If you are struggling with this idea, I deeply get it. It took me so long. Once I finally did, it was about 3 or 4 different niches that we kind of evolved into eventually. I started personally, again, started with everybody and anybody. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to go for women in leadership, because I had a desire that the work that I was doing, once I finally let myself actually acknowledge and stopped resisting the idea that I needed one, I decided to work with women in leadership, because I wanted to impact women who were having an impact out there in the world. I wanted my work to trickle down and to have this kind of like effect of like, like a rising tide, everybody rose together. What happened from there is that I discovered, as I was coaching women in leadership, that most of the women who joined my very first group program about being a woman in leadership, they were coaches and healers and holistic practitioners. I had 2 other women that were in the program that did other things, but the majority of them were in this specific group of people. And then I started listening to what they were struggling with and what they were wanting. And there's so much that I did. I feel like in a lot of ways I got really lucky. But luck is that like opportunity meets preparation. I think Oprah Winfrey said that. And so there was both all of these things that I did right as far as preparing. And then it was a lot about really listening. The evolving of your niche comes from listening to the people you're working with more than anything. Okay, so if you're still resisting the idea of niche or have a discomfort about it, or just maybe you've accepted the idea that you need one, but you still are freaking scared about it, right? I totally get it. And my heart goes out to you. If that is the case, and there are a couple things I want to share about it. First, if you, this is a metaphor that I actually just heard 2 days ago. We have somebody on our team. He's our video editor and our copywriter. So if you've ever seen our really awesome, fun videos where we're doing even some green screen and some acting. So he's a guy I've been working with for almost 10 years, a dear friend, and also does some copywriting for us to help me with the first draft of anything that we're gonna send out to our email list, or a lot of times Facebook posts and all kinds of things. And he also is a copywriting coach. And one of the things he said to me is a way that he explained this. I thought this metaphor was so brilliant. I said, "Oh, Joe, can I pass this on to everybody? Because this metaphor is so perfect to have people understand why you need a niche and how it will actually help you in your business." So he said that I want you to imagine, I'm going to just repeat what he said to me. I want you to imagine that you're walking down a street and you're hungry. And you see this row of restaurants, and they all kind of look the same. You could go up close and kind of look at the menu. It's like, go look at the other menu, but they all kind of look the same. And then there's this one restaurant that they're standing out there, and they've got a platter with apple pie on it. And you love apple pie. And you can go and get a sample of that apple pie, like to actually taste that specific apple pie that is so good that you love. It's like exactly what you want. And so you take the sample, it's delicious, it just really is like the right thing for you, and you decide to go in and look at what is on the rest of the menu. Now I want to break that metaphor down for you, because here's the thing, when I talk about all the restaurants looking the same, when he said that, what immediately happened for me is I'm going to tell you, as a business coach and mentor for coaches, healers, and holistic practitioners, I watch how y'all market your business. And I'm telling you, the things that most people say when they're still in the realm of I haven't chosen a specific group of people with an urgent problem, everybody sounds the same. And I'll tell you, when I discovered this many years ago, Jesse and I actually launched this business that is now Thrive Academy as a directory of local healers and coaches. We just wanted to build our practice and community and be with friends and do a fun project like that. We were lonely. We didn't want to do it on our own, right? Because community is so important when you are building your business. So we launched this directory project, really did not know what we were doing. But one of the things that we asked everybody all the coaches and healers and holistic practitioners who joined the directory, was we asked them to write up a page about the work that they did. So I got to see firsthand, I was the editor, if you would, I got to see firsthand everybody's ads that they wrote. And I'm telling you, almost everybody sounded the same. Like hardly able to differentiate. Now you may be at your subtle understanding of some of our, consciousness and spiritual jargon and some of the ways, sometimes we kind of take it for granted that we're in this consciousness world or the holistic world and this little bubble we live in where we can say weird stuff that mainstream people will be like, what the hell are you talking about, right? We can talk like that to each other and we can get those subtle distinctions. But if you are somebody from the outside and you're looking at most everybody, like anybody who's doing any kind of spiritual life coaching or like transformation or go through your blocks or even get through trauma it's on the border, depending on what kind of trauma it is. That occurs as sounding the same to most people. That occurs as the restaurant's all looking the same and there's really no distinction or difference. You get that? So the apple pie is that thing that is like something that has you stand out, and it's something specific that somebody's actually hungry for, that they're looking for, that they're actively dealing with a challenge and they're looking for a solution to. So let me ask you a question. Would you rather try to convince and talk people into working with you and show them why they need what you have to offer? Probably not. If you're like most coaches and healers and holistic practitioners, the last thing you want to do is be convincing. Wouldn't you rather people hear what you have to do, like hear about what you do and say, oh my gosh, I need that. And arrive in the conversation already halfway there to becoming your client. How would that be? How would that be? Really, think about it for a minute. That would be like so much easier for people to say yes to you. Can you get this? So, I mean, here's the thing. I have a couple of examples that I can share of choosing an urgent problem for a specific group of people and how that created a level of success. So a little bit of a case study here. So first I'm thinking of Julia Sullivan. Julia Sullivan was a business consultant. And as a business consultant, you know, if you say you were a business consultant, tens of thousands of business consultants out there. But it's like specifically what do you do? When she narrowed who she was focusing on working with, from working with everyone and anyone and being a general business consultant, to supporting Latino women to become successful in non-house cleaning businesses, she soon after went from like struggling to having a $25,000 a month. That is the power of getting that clear, right? Cinder Ernst was a personal trainer and life coach who, when she came to Thrive, she was doing general life coaching. She was wanting to stop being in the gym as a personal trainer all the time and, you know, working like 25 hours a week training people, all the physical nature of that. She had a lot of knowledge. She'd been doing it for a long time. And through the process, through our Nail Your Niche process, she decided to help plus-sized women reduce knee pain. Wow, right? And I'm telling you, Cinder sells $5,000 packages to help women, plus-sized women, reduce knee pain. Dr. Amat Mashah, naturopathic doctor, came to Thrive, barely getting by on a donation-based practice. She loved it. She loved that she was able to help everyone with anything. She was making about $20,000 a year in the Bay Area, not enough to live on, hardly enough to even pay the bills for the business. And when she was sitting at our Client Attraction Summit, she had the download, you should work with infertility. And her first response was like, who, me? Like, who am I to do that? But she eventually listened to that divine guidance, to that wisdom, and decided to go for that niche. And now, years later, so I'll tell you, soon after, she had a $20,000 a month focusing on this niche. She now is one of the renowned experts in natural infertility work. Pretty amazing. She's actually starting to train other doctors on her methods for helping couples get pregnant. So powerful. This is the power of being so specific. What happens is you're actually utilizing what we call the face rule. And that is when you share what you do people's faces come to mind? Do they see someone in their mind? Oh, I know somebody who can use that. Or if you can help them, do they think I can use that because I've actually been dealing with that problem? I think what happens for a lot of coaches and holistic practitioners, and I know this happens to me, is there's a scarcity conversation. There's this idea that I need every potential client that I'm talking to be for me. And so there's a fear that I'm going to talk to someone because I'm talking to so few people, that I'm going to talk to someone and they're going to see what I have to say and it's not going to resonate with them. And we used to say that if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to no one. I will tell you that when you choose the urgent problem you're solving and for whom, there's a way that it brings less anxiety and peace and relaxation. And I'll tell you why. Because you're not assuming that everybody you talk to is a potential client. You don't have that anxiety of like, oh my God, do I have to sell? We'll talk about that at another time. Oh my God, do I have to sell? Is this person a potential client? The anxiety goes away because you simply state who you work with and the urgent problem you help them solve, and they either have that problem or they don't. And if they don't, they might know somebody who does. And so here's the thing. You might even get and agree with everything that I'm saying and go, okay, Charlotte, I'm ready to choose my niche, but you're not sure where to start. Well, next week, Tuesday through Thursday, July 13th through 15th, we are hosting the Nail Your Niche Challenge right here in this group. We're going to be giving away some templates to help you find your ideal niche, and it's not just a logical step-by-step process. We're also going to tap into your divine guidance, into your own internal wisdom, your guides, God, universe, angels, whatever it is that you refer to as that energy we get from outside of ourselves or inside of ourselves, as I might say, that creator part of ourselves. So we're going to do both the practical and the intuitive process for finding your niche. So if you would like to be a part of the Nail Your Niche Challenge, I am going to invite you to go ahead and drop the word niche below. I'll be in touch, send you the link. You definitely want to get on the email list if you want the templates, but the Facebook Lives are going to be happening right here in this group. Hey, and if you have any questions about anything that I shared today, cannot wait to hear them. I'm really looking forward to connecting with you further. I might see you in the chats, see you here in this group. And hey, if we aren't Facebook friends yet, why not? Why don't you send me a friend request so we can connect that way? All right, lots of love to you. I hope you have a great day. I can't wait to read your insights. Until next time, this is Charlotte Jacobs signing off, because your people are waiting for you.